Well, I've prepared a little something. I was just so inspired by some of the words that were coming out last week. And I don't know if you remember this, but I was writing some of them down, especially the ones that rhymed. So, I wrote down Sue to, Ray and Stay, and Rock Walk, going on a rock walk. So this is sort of the theme of our work together. So I'm just going to get myself. I put the cat on my side of the bed, but she stayed with Ray. Ray said to Sue, I need a rock too. Oh, Sue, I need a stone like you have. Hey, Ray, you soon go on a rock walk, go on a rock walk together. Go on a rock walk together.
I like that ending.
Mary, I had a question. Was I supposed to go on the rock walk with Sue?
No, but what a good idea, huh?
Yeah.
Maybe you could go on a rock walk together, just like the song says.
Yeah.
Mm.
Okay. So do you have something that you worked on together that you'd like to share?
Well, yeah, you had talked last week about collaboration and that was an important aspect of this whole idea of, things that we wanted to really look at in our lives, and just bringing our talents together. So we took your advice and we just tried it. We've never done anything like this before, but we just went for it. We were a little scared and weren't sure, but yeah. So
Yeah, it became very free flowing once we went for it. Mm-hmm.
yeah, I think we had to keep telling ourselves like, no, this is just the first one. We can do more later. And I think Sue said to me, we really should be just, we should be spending like 3 hours on this. So hopefully.
How much time did you spend?
Oh, I don't know, probably like half hour, 45 minutes.
It's been a busy week. Yeah.
That's great. That's great. Okay.
Okay, let's see if I can get this going.
I'm going to take notes.
Okay. All right, can you see that, Mary? Okay, here we go.
Oh. Oh. Wow. First of all, I love the holiday theme. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that little bit of joy into my night. Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm so proud of you. I'm just so proud.
I really liked Sue's weird snowman creature. It just looked very demented.
Yeah, and Ray had this amazing idea to create this kumquat family. And he did the background, the watercolor background, and then he created this whole kumquat family that entered the scene, and I really enjoyed that.
And Sue, were those jingle bells some of your percussion work?
No, actually, that was just Ray was just creating that in the moment, at this very moment. We haven't for yet for that scene.
Oh, that's delightful. Oh, delightful. I love it. So rough and ready. Really wonderful work. Did you have fun?
Yeah. Yeah, I like the Kumquat family. They're really cute.
Yeah, there was a moment where it was very hard to get the sticky back off of the googly eyes because they're very small, and I don't have very sharp or long fingernails, and neither does Ray, and so there was like a moment of frustration, but I helped Ray because they were so tiny. The little baby kumquat, the youngest of the family. So that was like a moment of, we were kind of in a rush, like we didn't have a lot of time, and trying to get the googly eyes on the kumquat to like get the full picture out so that we can then look at it and do a second approximation of that scene.
Thing happened this week where I had gotten Sue a new I had gotten Sue's Christmas present and ahead of time, and I was hiding it in the garage, and then she found it in there, and so guess Christmas came early this year.
Well, should we talk about that? I mean, it sounds a little like you're a little disappointed, Ray.
Well, no, it's okay. I don't know. We could show you the present.
Great. If it's close, yeah. I mean, you don't have to get up if you.
Right, it's right over here.
Okay.
It's my new drum. I got a new drum.
Oh. Bravo.
I'm so excited about it. It's fresh. I don't have to pump out the leaves or anything out of it. It's just for my percussion now.
It doesn't smell bad. Smells fresh.
I don't know. It smells new, maybe.
It's brand new. So
yeah.
Well, I'm glad you brought it into the space with us, because I would love to hear some of your work. If it's not, if you don't have any neighbors right above you.
It has that new trash can smell.
I bet. Do you think you could just play us one of your works in progress? Oh, it's quiet.
Oh, you didn't. I can play it louder.
Okay.
And if you hit on different parts, it's got all different tones.
Oh, there you go. There we go.
Play the lid too.
Yeah, take the whole lid off and then slam it back down, and yeah, you can play it with all the different parts of your body and all of that. So
yeah. Pretty good.
Yeah.
Ray likes it.
Great. Well, what a wonderful Christmas present. Wonderful.
Yeah.
What other things do you want to talk about this week? Because I've prepared a little bit of a visualization activity that we can do, but I want to make sure we talk about anything else that you want to talk about before I dive into that.
Well, I really liked when you talked about the steps and the puddle.
Mm-hmm.
And I was just trying to figure out, I think you said we were trying to get out of the puddle.
Mm-hmm.
Up the steps. And I was just trying to figure out if I was still in the puddle.
Do you ever feel like you just can't get warm? I feel like I can't get warm sometimes. Well, now I'm wondering if my cat's been peeing on my furs. I wonder about that puddle all the time. I spend a good amount of my time going, am I in the puddle right now? Is this the puddle? You know, what's the temperature of this puddle? You know, you step out of one puddle and it seems like you just step right back into another one. So sometimes I ask myself exactly that, you know, I think, what is different about this puddle compared to the last puddle? You know, let's just get used to the puddle. Maybe the puddle is the steps. Maybe the steps are the puddle.
Yeah, it's kind of how some of our collaborations felt a little bit. Moving the bed, dealing with the dresser.
Well, Sue had been talking about wanting to rearrange the bedroom for years, and so when you suggested it, I just thought, "Whoa, great! Here's this thing that we've been wanting to do and talking about, or well, Sue's been wanting to do. I was fine with it the other way, but I knew she really wanted to do it, and so um, and she tried to do it herself a couple times, I guess, without me, and it didn't work, and it was too much work. So I thought, well, here we go. And even when we were really upset that we were doing it, and we were really distressed about the whole process, I just kept saying, well, at least now we know.
Mm. Mm-hmm. At least now you're not sitting on the other side of that puddle going, what would it be like to walk through that puddle? What do puddles feel like? Right? Just to extend the metaphor a little further.
Yeah, then we knew what the puddle felt like.
Mm-hmm.
Now it's okay.
Mm-hmm. What else?
Well, I am pretty interested in your visualization idea.
Okay. I'm gonna just wrap myself in this pea fur a little more. And I want to make sure that you're both really comfortable before we start this. So I see hands holding knees and hands holding hands. And I see people sitting and I see facial expressions. So I wonder if we could just start by putting our feet on the ground and closing our eyes. So if you'll just join me in that position right now. I also like to hold my hands up like this, really close to my ears actually, and then I can just plug them when I need to plug them. I can't hear anything, and I take them off when I want to hear things. So I'm not, they're not plugged right now, but they're just ready to plug. You know, so especially if I'm doing a visualization, I can just remember that if a neighbor makes a loud noise or a partner is making a loud noise, that I can just plug my ears. If I need to, I just plug them. So that's why I keep my hands right there and ready. It actually gets pretty relaxing after a while. So, and then I sit with my feet planted firmly on the ground, just like the tree that I am. And I take a couple of deep breaths. And you know what? I'm not going to make you count. I'm not going to make you think about where the breath is going. I'm just going to say, take a couple of deep breaths and trust that you know how to do that. They don't even have to be exactly the same. Sometimes I like to do one really big one right at the start, and then I just do some barely audible, shallow ones after that. And I don't even pay attention. I just go there. Now I took my deep breaths, okay? So this really isn't about doing it the right way. It's about doing it however you want to, okay? If you feel like moving while you're doing this visualization, you can, but you also don't have to. And you certainly don't have to do what I'm doing. So now that we've had our breaths, I just want you to listen to the sound of my voice and imagine what would happen if it was another voice, a voice outside. And then imagine if it was many, many, many voices outside. And imagine if they were all singing together like a chorus. But the voices are not singing a Christmas chorus song. They're just holding long, sustained notes, perfectly harmonized. And you hear this sound outside and you say, what is that sound? So you walk outside. And then you find out that it's very cold, so you put on a lot of layers. So you're very, very, very warm. You're going to be walking outside so long, but you don't care because you have the warmest coat that you can imagine, wrapping you warmly. It covers every part of your body. It's a snowsuit. And you're going to walk. And when you come to your first tree, you're going to scream at that tree. And you're going to scream so loud that all the icicles on it are going to shatter. And those icicles are going to fall, but they're not going to hit anybody. They're not going to kill anybody by plunging into them. They're just going to land on the sidewalk. And it's going to sound like tinkling glass. And you think, gosh, this goes real well with that chorus of voices. And by now you're flying, you can fly. And you're flying up, 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 up over the trees. And this isn't the kind of flying where you have to flap your arms or anything like that. You're just hanging in the air, really. And you're flying and flying and flying. And then you start to wonder, will I run out of oxygen? Am I leaving the Earth's atmosphere? And you realize you are leaving the Earth's atmosphere. But just then, you pop your oxygen tank on, and now you have oxygen. So you're out there in the stars, and it's getting colder, but you still have the warmest snowsuit on. You feel like you're naked, you're so warm. You feel like you're laying on the beach, but you're twirling through the stars. And suddenly, you see the moon rising up underneath your feet, and your feet come down on the moon, and you look around you, and you see you're all alone. And that's when you realize that you're lonely. So you come down to earth, you find your people. And we'll just close with about 3 breaths, 3 to 5, whatever you want. Or one good one's good too. Okay. When you're ready, you can open your eyes and come back. I'm warm. I feel warm. Do we want to talk about how that went?
Very relaxing.
Not for me.
No,
No.
no.
There were moments of it, but I'm a little bit afraid of heights. So when we were flying, all of a sudden, I think I was holding my breath, and
I like
Phobia down.
the part of the tinkling icicles with the choir singing.
I'm just writing this down.
I only plugged my ears one time.
Mm-hmm. When did that happen?
Had my hands like, well, I don't remember. I don't know what you said, but I know it was only one time where I was like,
Mm-hmm. Did you feel, Sue, this question is for you. Did you feel left out or anything when you felt scared and it wasn't relaxing for you? Did you feel like you were doing it wrong or anything like that? Did those things come up for you? I'm just asking because sometimes for me that does come up. So I'm just asking if it didn't, that's okay too. So.
Yeah, I didn't really feel like I was doing it wrong. I was
Mhm.
curious though about what else was going on because it seemed like Ray was really getting into it. And I was, for me, the image was up kind of up here. And generally, it was always very beautiful and kind of calming. And then it was just that one moment where all of a sudden I saw myself kind of floating and I just got a little bit more tense. And then it relaxed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was able to keep my eyes closed and I never plugged my ears, even during that moment.
Mm. Something that's coming to me about these boundaries that we talked about at the beginning, about the boundaries allowing us to be our full, whole selves. And something about that, with both of you being, you know, S- Sue, with you being a percussive artist, and Ray, with you being a watercolor artist. Um, there's just something about when we're coupled like this, right? When we're paired with another person and we're asked to share our time with them, and we're artists, it's not easy, right? It's hard. You have to say no to a person that you love, right? So how do you do that? I'm really asking.
well, it seems like usually Sue says no.
Mm-hmm.
Mm, I'm pretty straightforward. Um, particularly if it is interrupting my sleep routine, I say,
Mm-hmm.
no, I need to go to bed and get my sleep. I can't do that right now. I can't be a part of that right now. I can't help you with that collaboration right now. We can do the kumquats later. We can record this later. I really need to rest right now. So I'm very clear about those boundaries. So yeah,
Or she'll say, can you stop doing that, please?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Or
It sounds like you're pretty good with the boundaries. You do them a lot.
yeah.
So maybe that's not an area we need to fix and work on. Sometimes it's nice to just identify some things that we're actually doing pretty good, that are going okay, right? Appreciate those? Or is there something I'm missing?
I mean, I don't know how it makes you feel, Ray.
um, the bound.
When I say no.
Well, I have to stop.
Hmm. Does stopping make you feel anything? I'm just wondering, sometimes when I ask this question to people, sometimes they have answers like mad or sad or frustrated or left out or lonely?
Well, I don't like to upset um, Sue, so I'll feel kind of bad,
Hmm.
uh, bad person.
And what happens if you upset Sue?
Well, she gets really sad and cries, maybe.
Hmm. Hmm. So you care about Sue's feelings. I think that's a really good thing. And I think one of the things I'm wondering, just a moment here. I think I have a critter trying to get in. Um, One of the things I think I always like to check in with couples about when they're taking care of each other's feelings. Oh, hello. Hello. You're coming to say hello? I think this is the little bugger that's been peeing on my furs. Come on.
Oh my. What is their name?
This is Penelope Cruz. And Penelope Cruz she matches my, oh, you want it down? Okay. She matches my surroundings. I just like to be surrounded by fuzzy things, you know? So we all like to be surrounded by the things we love. I think we're pretty close to time here. Penelope Cruz, get away from that. She's doing that thing where they try to milk the fabric. I'm gonna have to end it there, I think. Um, but I thank you for bringing all of your critters and all of your wishes and goals and dreams. And oh, I feel like I should have given you some things to put on your to-do list because we have our steps and we're definitely moving away from the puddles. But I'll just talk real quick. If you have a phobia of heights, Sue, I think there's some real possibility there. So I would like you to just go on a journey where you feel 100% safe height-wise. I'm not going to do any of that challenging you to face your fears kind of therapy. I just want you to go out on a journey on your own. I know we have to, be outside a lot. But if you could be outside just on flat ground, don't try to go over any bridges or climb any trees. Just feel comfortable height-wise and enjoy it. Okay. And then Ray, I want to just look back at my notes because you already did your rock. Oh. Those are my notes from the conference. One moment here. I want Ray, I want you to make a watercolor for me and for Sue and for our time together here. And I think it would be great if you made a watercolor while you were listening to the sound of icicles falling on pavement. So, and then just whatever comes to you.